Hey, what's up guys? John here. Farmers all across America are going bankrupt. We have now entered the great land transfer, and according to the USDA, forecast for the sharpest decline in U.S. farm income in history over 2023. I mean, they're down $42 billion. $42 billion in revenue in 2023. But when you look at what else they're going through, increased insurance cost, increased borrowing cost on their loans, taxes going up, labor costs going up, fertilizer costs going up, everything is going up. And then you look at what Walmart and Kroger are doing. They're building out their own facilities, moving away from farmers.
Indoor vertical farms have been touted for their ability to grow leafy green vegetables like lettuce in warehouses year-round.
Retail giant Walmart announced it's investing in indoor vertical farm Plenty as part of a $400 million funding round.
It will produce leafy green vegetables, and it's all run by robots.
This is unreal. What we're walking into, we've never seen before in U.S. history. I'm going to break it down for you. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. YouTube will share this content to educate more people about what's going on in America. And if you'd like to fix your credit to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer in American history, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item under credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com, book a call below, schedule a free strategy session with my team tomorrow. Take a look at this. So USDA forecasts sharpest decline in U.S. farm income in history, down $42 billion in 2023. Well, look at this. 46%, 45% of farmland is owned as small family farms. Nearly 46% of this land is found in operations that own all the land they operate. So between 45 and 46% of all of this land is owned by these mom and pops. Well, when you look at what they're going through with all these different droughts and all of these different problems they're walking into, they've had a really challenging year. But then this is what's going to push them over the edge. This came out 2 days ago. U.S. crop insurance provides billions in profit for insurers. Now they're saying insurance companies essentially are taking advantage of farmers, and they're not going to subsidize this. What they're really going to do instead is they're going to force insurance companies to jack up the rates for crop insurance over the next year or so, which is going to push these farmers over the edge. So here's how this works. Washington, December 4th. Roughly 1/3 of U.S. government spending to insure the nation's crops since 2011 has gone to insurance companies that deliver more than $1 billion in profit from the program each year, according to the government watchdog report released on Monday. The federal crop insurance program, administered by the USDA, is meant to protect farmers from financial loss and natural disasters or other events that result in crop losses and price declines. The USDA worked with 13 privately held insurance companies to provide 1.2 million crop insurance policies at a cost of $17.3 billion in 2022, said the report from the Government Accountability Office. From 2011 to 2022, the federal government paid about $36.6 billion to the insurance companies, about a third of the program's total cost of $107.7 billion. During that time, the company's underwriting gains or profits averaged $1.4 billion annually, and their rate of return was nearly 17% compared with the market rate around 10%. USDA's target rate of return negotiated with insurers is 14.5%. The GEO reported shows that a shocking proportion of subsidies intended to support the cost of writing crop insurance policies for all farmers are being eaten up by companies and agents. The GEO said that adjusting the rate of return closer to market rate and reducing subsidies for the highest income farmers would together save the government hundreds of millions of dollars. To do so, the GAO recommended that Congress repeal the provision of the 2014 Farm Bill that stipulates any change to crop insurance agreements cannot reduce farmers' underwriting gains. USDA declined to comment. Crop insurance costs are rising as climate worsens, 2022 report by the Environmental Working Group found. So you're going to start to see big problems for these farmers. But it's not just these farmers. I mean, look at billion-dollar problems. Severe drought is taking a huge toll in Louisiana farms, right? $1.7 billion in losses in December. That dragged into December. You have, this is happening overseas right now. Hundreds of these farmers signed to close livestock farms, right? And you look at how many. I mean, you're talking thousands of them, right? Thousands of them. Then you look Ireland, the 44% farm income drop, serious concern. This is happening worldwide. How extreme weather is affecting small farmers across the U.S. But look at this. When you have Bill Gates, you have Ted Turner, you have Jeff Bezos, collectively, owning 4 million, 3 million acres of land, just these three guys alone. Imagine what's going to happen. Imagine what's going to happen over 2024. Because what we're going to likely see is we're going to see more of these situations unfolding. Like, look at this. This just came out a couple months ago. Walmart and Kroger are betting on a bankruptcy hit indoor farming industry that many consider unsustainable. They're going to be doing farming this way. Vertically integrated warehouses. This is what's going to happen. You think about how profitable this is going to be. They're going to have AI machines. They're not going to need this guy or this lady, these ladies here. They're going to have AI like, machines running these farms. It's going to be so futuristic, so crazy, and I'm not so sure I'd want to eat it. But that's what's likely going to be happening here. Inside the bright greenhouse, about an hour outside Dallas, workers in hairnets and gloves place plugs of lettuce and other grains into small plastic containers, hundreds of thousands of them, that stack up to the ceiling. A few weeks later, once the vegetables grow to full size, they'll be picked, packaged, and shipped out to local shelves within 48 hours. This is Eden Green technology, one of the latest crops of indoor farming companies seeking their fortunes with green factories meant to pump out harvest of fresh produce all year long. The company operates two greenhouses and has broken ground on two more at Celeburn campus, where the indoor facilities are meant to shelter their portion of food supply from climate while using less water and land. But that's if the concept works, and the players in the industry are betting big. Even rivals wobble and fail. California's Base Plenty Unlimited this summer broke ground on a $300 million facility, while Kroger announced that it will be expanding its availability into vertically farmed produced. Meanwhile, two indoor farming companies that attracted strong startup money in New Jersey, Aero Farms, and Kentucky, App Harvest, filed for bankruptcy's reorganization, and a 5-year-old company in Detroit shut its doors this summer with CEO citing financial problems, right? This is what the future is going to look like. The future is going to be all of these vertically integrated farms. And it's going to be pretty shocking when you see how cheap they're going to be able to produce food. They're going to be able to produce food so inexpensively. Think about this. They're going to be able to ballpark do 10 or 20 times what a normal farm could do with half the land, right? Like, if they can produce this much inside, let's call it 100,000 square feet, what could you do on 200 acres, 300 acres, 400 acres? You wouldn't be able to compete. You would not be able to compete. 100,000 square feet is not that big. So when you look at this is what I think the future is going to be. The industry, but I think a lot of people, though, a lot of mom and pop investors, I believe, are going to say, you know what, I want to own my own land. I want to move into a community, and I want to have some type of community farm. I actually believe that's going to be something really, really popular in the coming couple of years. I think a lot of people are going to start moving in that direction. But I do believe it's going to be more expensive than, but some people are going to, prioritize that. But I believe this industry is going to be huge, and I believe a lot of mom and pop farmers are going to be pushed out of the business, no doubt about it. The industry has acknowledged these high costs. Some companies are seeking to push these down by relying on solar, which they say supports sustainability, even the ones most heavily reliant on artificial light that doesn't come from renewables, maintained that they can be profitable, eventually producing high enough of a produce year-round. But Cameron thinks that there's better ways to provide food locally and extend the growing season outdoors. He pointed the organic, farm stand-oriented Elmwood Stock Farm outside Lexington, Kentucky, which can grow tomatoes, grains the whole year using tools like high tunnels, also known as hoop houses, greenhouse, like arches that shelter crops while still being partially open to outdoors. I mean, this is going to be 24/7, 365 with these indoor farms. He thinks investing flowing towards new versions of indoor farming would be better spent on practical solutions for outdoor farmers, like weed zapping robots, or even climate solutions like subsidizing farmers to adopt regenerative practices. Moving farmers indoors can solve some pest problems but create new ones without their natural outdoor predators. Tiny critters like aphids, trips, and spider mites can become very difficult to control if not managed aggressively. If you're creating the perfect environment for plants, in many cases you're also creating the perfect growing environment for pests. Look, this is the future. The future. They got Walmart joined a $400 million round. You think Walmart's losing money? I don't think so. I think everything Walmart's going to invest in, they know is going to work. $400 million round they've joined. What do you think about this? Where do you see this all going? Do you believe that we are going to see a large block of these farmers, roughly half of all farmers in America, walk into a situation where many of them are not going to be able to hold on? They're not going to be able to hold on and compete financially in this new marketplace. I'm betting on that. Unfortunately, I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I'm betting on that's probably most likely what's going to happen when you look at the trends that are already starting. $42 billion in losses so far 2023, and this situation has just begun. This problem has just begun. Drop below. Let's have a conversation about this. And if you'd like to fix your credit to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer in American history, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session, and see you in the next video.